Welcome Pokemon Go trainers, welcome back to the channel. So in this video I am featuring Flaming Bird, the Talonflame in Open Great League. So Talonflame being a fire and flying typing is majorly weak to water and rock. So grass type move can be covered its weaknesses. So I have paired it with Cresselia and the Superior, both have grass move. So let's begin the video. Drifloon into lead and they say switch into Typhlosion. So I will try to catch a Thunder Punch on our Cresselia and we do successfully catch the move. This is definitely not a blast burn and they go for the Thunder Punch, but I am not running Moon Blast, instead I am running Future Sight. So it will take a long time to reach charge move, and before that they will reach blast burn. So I safely shielded the move and called it correctly. So over farming a bit and then going for the Future Sight, I think 2 more Incinerate is required to reach the blast burn, and they shield the move. This is kind of bad for us, but if I get the grass knot bait then it will be very good for us. Then opponent will become shieldless and I have stored a move on Talonflame, and yes, they shield the move. Now they can throw a Thunder Punch and knock me out because this is the range where Blast Burn will be overkill. So this is fine. I will immediately dip into Talonflame and click on Flame Charge, and this Flame Charge is definitely going to be enough to knock out the Shadow Typhlosion. And let's see what the back Pokemons are. And opponent is thinking, I think he has no answer for the Talonflame and is going to resign the match. So good game, we won the first match of the video. Next opponent, very good lead. So G-Weezing into Talonflame and opponent opts to stay here. So this tells me something at the back is weak to Talonflame as well. So I think I should save a health on Talonflame, and this Brutal Swing does a good amount of damage, and I go for the Flame Charge. For some reason I don't win the CMP tie, or maybe my charge move was not clicked. They go for the second Brutal Swing and it puts me very low, so I have generated back to back Flame Charge. This is going to knock out the G-Weezing, or it will grab the first shield, and they give up the first shield, but I have back to back, so this is going to force them to give up the final shield. Let's see what happens here. And they don't want to give up the final shield, and here comes the Dunsparce and he just farmed me down, but I have a hard answer which is Superior, and let's see what they are going to do here. None of the charge move are going to be super effective, so I can tank those easily. They go for Drill Run. Actually they should have gone for the Rock Slide, and here comes the core breaker of my backline, which is Alolan Sand Slash. So I will land this Frenzy Plant and then I'm going to dip into Cresselia. The fast move are super effective because they are running Shadow Claw, and they are going to throw here. Drill Run, I can take those. Also I have 2 shield advantage, so I'm going to generate up to Future Sight and go for it. Hopefully he doesn't shield, thinking that I'm running Moonblast. Let's see what he decide to do, but high chance they will shield, and they shield the move because this is their good Pokemon against my back to Pokemon. So they are going to throw another Drill Run and they might try to catch here, and I anticipated that, but still I fall for it and I threw the Future Sight. But still we have a win con because we have one more shield left, and this Future Sight is going to put them in a range where Frenzy is going to be enough. But our game plan is to generate back to back, at least not back to back, but at least close enough to back to back, and this Rock Slide does a good amount of damage. Now we are getting low on health, so I will try to CMP tie them. I was not sure about the counting, and this Frenzy Plant is going to be enough to knock out this Dunsparce, and I don't think he has back-to-back Ice Punches, so I can reach the Frenzy Plant, and this is going to put them very low. They don't have any shield, and later I can just farm them down, and it puts them with minimum of HP and they survive. So definitely we are going to shield this move as we have Sneak a Vine Whip, and this is going to be enough to knock out, and we are going to secure the win. So at the end it was looking a bit difficult, but still we were able to overcome it. Next opponent, Primeape in lead, so it's kind of a good lead for us. So we are going to stay here and boost up our attack with the Flame Charges, and they are going to throw here. This could be a Rage Fist. I cannot shield the first one, but second one I have to shield. So I will go for my own Flame Charge and boost up my attack as well. So this will grab the shield or it will knock out the Primeape, and they do shield here. So if they shield, definitely we are going to shield this move as we can farm them down with the Incinerates. So they go for the Rage Fist and again they boost up their attack, and now they realize that they can get farmed down, so they dip into Tentacruel. So I will just grab the final shield by throwing the Fly, and it grabs the final shield. Now it's safe to come with Cresselia as we are running future sight, which is going to just one shot the Tentacruel. I can take this card, I don't have to worry. So going to take this card, and we are about to reach the future site. It is going to just one shot them, and let's see what opponent decide to come back with. Definitely is not going to come back with Primeape until and unless he has stored a move. And here comes the Shadow Mobile. I think he's running Astonish, and opponent makes a very good catch of future sight on the Primeape. Now our win condition will be Flame Charge and Incinerate damage from the Talonflame. So they are going to just farm us down. I have one shield, so I'm going to throw this Incinerate. This will do a lot of damage, but they throw a charge move, so definitely we are going to shield this move. But unfortunately it was a power up punch, and now I can reach Flame Charge. But if this power up punch I can survive, I can win this game. So our Flaming Bird survives with fractional of HP and secures the win by just boosting up our attack with the Flame Charge, and this Flame Charge is going to be overkill for Mawile, and we are going to secure the win. So good game. Let's move towards the next opponent, and it's a Talonflame versus Talonflame, and they have a shiny one, so they have an advantage. They can win the charge attack priority here. So I'm going to overfarm a lot. Actually I was joking, it was just for fun. And now they are going to throw here. I'm going to call it, and it's a Flame Charge. So I will throw my own Flame Charge by generating up to Brave Bird, and let's see, he's going to shield this move. 99% chance, and yes, they shield it. And here I go for the CMP tie, and this fly is going to knock out if they don't shield. And let's see if they are going to give up the shields, and they don't shield, and this knocks out. And now here comes the Fraligator. So I will come with Superior safely, and if they generate up to Ice Beam, I can shield once. But here comes the Skarmory, a core breaker. So definitely we are going to dip into Cresselia and try to do as much damage as we can. They are definitely not going to go for the Brave Bird, so we can easily no shield. I will save 2 shield for the Superior. So definitely we are going to go for future sight. This will do more damage, but still it's not very effective. And look at the damage, it didn't do that much, but we don't have any hope. Even Superior will struggle, so we are forced to go here, and we are going to go for another future sight. This might grab the shield, and no, it doesn't. Now I see a win con here. All I have to do is shield once and generate up to Grass Knot and grab the final shield. And also we have stored a move on Superior, so we can snipe the Skarmory. So going for this Grass Knot, this might grab the final shield, or it will get the knockout. This grab the final shield, I'll go for the Frenzy, and this is definitely enough to knock out the Skarmory. Very rare scenario where you can see flying type getting knocked out by the grass type. So definitely we are going to shield this move. High chance they are baiting, but still just to be safe. And they were baiting with the Hydro Cannon. I can reach Frenzy easily, so I clicked on it, and this is going to knock out the Fraligator. All of a sudden this team was able to overcome his core breaker Skarmory because of 2 shield advantage and proper energy management. So good game, we won this match. And let's move towards the next opponent. Clodsire, kind of a bad lead if they are running Stone Age. So we will find out what they are running. So I will shield this move. If this is Sludge Bomb, then I will let the second one go through. But good thing is I shielded correctly, and it was a Stone Age. It would have just one-shotted me. So I have generated back-to-back fly. So if they don't shield one of the fly, this is going to definitely knock out the Clodsire. And I'm going to go for second one immediately. This should grab the first shield at least, or it will get the guarantee knockout, and they are not going to let this happen. I tried to catch here, but I was stuck in animation of Incinerate, so I'm forced to give up the final shield here. And let's see, and one more Incinerate, and I reach the Flame Charge to boost up our attack. And after this, if they shield, then I'm going to dip into our Cresselia, and I dip, and here they are going to throw. This could be a Earthquake. Cresselia being a tanky Pokemon, it can tank it, and he's going to dip into Wigglytuff. So we are running Future Sight. It is going to do more than half of the damage, and later we can come with Talonflame and farm them down with the Incinerate. I think we can connect Grass Knot as well. So I'm going to generate up to Grass Knot and throw it immediately, not going to overfarm. Actually they throw here. If this is Icy Wind, this is not going to survive. They go for the Swift, but still Cresselia survived it and it can go for the Grass Knot now. So this is going to put them very low and it will help us to farm up energy on our Talonflame, 1 Incinerate worth of energy. And let's see, and here comes the Altaria and he tries to catch here with a wrong counting, but this is fine. So my game plan is to throw a fly and store a fly, and then we are going to dip into Superior. And this fly, let's see how much damage it does. So according to me, I'm going to throw an Aerial and put him in a range where one fly should be enough, because I know Altaria doesn't win CMP tie against the Talonflame. So this Sky Tag was not enough, and this Aerial is going to put him in a range where fly should be enough to knock out the Altaria. And even if they Dragon Breathe us down and have 100 energy, but still they are not going to win the game. We are going to go for fly, and this Flaming Bird is going to secure the win with just fly, knocking out the dragon typing with a grass and fire type. Another level of satisfaction. So good game. Let's move towards the next opponent, and the next opponent has Shadow Mawile in the lead. Good to see here, and they dip into Fraligator. I sneak a Incinerate and then dip into Superior, so I have to be very careful. Definitely we are going to shield this move. This could be an Ice Beam which is one-shotting the Superior, and very good call. So I'm going to generate back-to-back Aerial Ace before throwing. I go for it, and this was a CMP tie. This is not an Ice Beam, this is just an Hydro Cannon. So I'm not going to shield this move, so not very effective. So good call. So going for this Aerial Ace, this is going to knock out the Fraligator, and it does. They don't invest the shield, and now they are going to definitely come back with the Mawile, and maybe they are running Fire Fang here. Let's see. And we are going to throw a Frenzy Plant at the last moment before the Superior die. This is going to put them a bit low. Frenzy hits hard even though it's a resisted move, and they are Shadow Mawile, very glassy Pokemon. So we are going to come with Talonflame, and this looks a bit tricky. Same thing we are going to do here, but unfortunately Dragon Breath are doing a lot of damage. So I will connect the fly, and then I'm going to dip into Cresselia so that I can tank those charge move easily. So they are going to go for the Dragon Claw. I'm not going to shield the first one, but I have to shield the second or third Dragon Claw. And here I'm going to overfarm a lot and then go for the Grass Knot, and this was a CMP tie, so definitely going to shield this move. And this was a Dragon Claw. I have overfarm a lot. Actually I have clicked the Grass Knot, but still it was not registered, maybe because of lag. And opponent makes a very savage call. I go for the second Grass Knot, and if they shield, then we are in bit troubling situation. And they don't shield, so they are putting all their hope on Mawile. So we are shieldless, so all we have to do is survive this Play Rough or Iron Head. Let's see if we can survive it. And Flaming Bird survives it with 1 HP and secures the win. So good game. Let's move towards the next opponent. Wigglytuff lead. So it's good lead for us, but I'm not sure why they are not dipping into other Pokemon. Maybe they are weak at the back. So I will try to save the health on Talonflame. I'm going to boost up our attack with a Flame Charge, and they are not going to shield this move. So I think they can reach Icy Wind. So this is fine. I will shield once and just farm them down with the Incinerate. They go for the Icy Wind. This debuffs the attack back to my normal stage, and I was able to farm them down. And here comes the Drifloon. It's kind of a bad for us, as it can counter back Pokemon, but I have 100 energy on Talonflame, so I'm going to grab the shield, which will be very good for us. So this fly is going to grab the final shield so that we can dip into our Cresselia. And now we are going to come with Cresselia, and I have to shield the Shadow Ball correctly, and hopefully they are not baiting. So I shielded the move, but unfortunately it was an Icy Wind bait, and I think I can reach the future site. And I throw this. Hopefully this is enough because it hits hard and they are Shadow, but I think they got a good IV Drifloon. They survive it, and this Shadow Ball is going to knock out. It all depends on what the final Pokemon is. So here comes the Gastrodon. So this looks very easy win for us. We can connect this Grass Knot, and our switch timer is up. We are going to show them we are running Superior at the back and force them to resign the match, and this is what they done. So good game. We won this match. So hopefully you have enjoyed this video. If you do, please don't forget to like, comment and also subscribe the channel to support it. Till the time, take care trainers, have a good day, bye.